I do love some sand drags. Hello, I'm Ramon, and welcome back to All Scale RC. Here we have two cars that I actually planned on turning into some budget sand drag builds. Now, this one here is the Team Associated Trophy Rat. It's on the Pro SC10 chassis, so this one's completely stock. That is the short course truck chassis. And this one here, I don't know what this thing is called. It doesn't have a specific name. It's just a hot rod body on the Pro 2 DK10 short wheelbase chassis. So they are short wheelbase, regular, and this is the short course truck chassis. So I don't know if you could pick that up on the camera, but a huge wheelbase difference. That might be better. That might be better. Huge wheelbase difference. And I believe the hot rod is narrower too. So the hot rod is narrower than the Trophy Rat, and it is shorter, which poses an issue with the tire choice that I was planning on using for this. So on the Trophy Rat, well, actually I bought two sets of the Dumont paddle tires, which I was going to use on both. But after I got this out the box, I realized that the little hot rod here has shorter arms, which if I were to put these on, I'd have to cut up the body, and I don't really want to cut up the body. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. This one's going to be set aside, I guess, for now, until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. But for the Trophy Rat, here, let's just, too much crap on the table. For the Trophy Rat, I will be running these Dumonts. I'm probably going to keep the same front tires that are on there. This is just a budget build. I am going to be making a wheelie bar out of flat stock aluminum. Well, when you're running on sand, a lot of the wheelie bars I see are just a straight flat piece of metal with a support rod, which I have to still order. So I have to get the support rod in. I'm going to use this, probably put a slight little curve in it. Going to cut it, of course. Now, you either want to use something like this, or you want to use, you can take a regular wheelie bar and possibly put, which I haven't tried yet, but I also plan on trying on a different build. I might use the airplane landing gear, RC airplane tires, because they're like balloon tires. A regular wheelie bar with the little tires are just going to drag the car. It's just going to slow you down. It's going to cause drag. So you don't want that. So I would either use airplane balloon tires or maybe just flat stock like I'm going to use for this. Now for the motor for this, I believe this has a 3300 kV motor. And for sand drags, from what I read online, it says you want between 4,000 and 5,000 kVs. So I have a cheap motor here, Surpass Hobby 3660, which is larger than the 540 that comes in here. And this is a 4200 kV motor, where this motor is only about a 3300. So I'm going to be throwing in this 3660 motor in here. I did extend the leads because the way they mount the motor in here, where they mount the motor is in the back, and the leads need to be pretty damn long, and the leads that came on this motor would have never reached, so I had to extend them. So I soldered some connectors on and did all that jazz. So I did extend it. Now I believe these two cars actually have the same exact electronics. So if I run a smaller tire on the regular hot rod, if I run a smaller tire on here than these, I might keep that 3300 kV motor in here and see what it does. I might leave this one completely stock and just run different tires on it and see what it does on the sand. Nothing to lose. But with this one, aside from replacing the motor, I am switching out the ESC to a Hobby Wing Max 10. This is a 120 amp ESC versus the stock ESC that comes in here. The Reed ESC is only, I believe, a 85 amp ESC. So I'm going to be switching that out as well. Now I believe this car comes with a gyro, which will be kind of helpful since you're all over the place sometimes in the sand. Then I'm going to keep the rest of the electronics in here, the same radio, whatever. This is just going to be like a beater sand buggy. Besides that, I also have the hard gears, which I was going to toss in this, but I remembered I have a Sand Dragon carbon fiber chassis that I need to build, which uses DRT components. So I might save this for my Sand Dragon, which eventually when I find it, because I misplaced it, I'll be building that. But this is going to be a cheap build just to see what it does. I believe with the Max 10 and the 4200 kV motor, I could run 3S in this, which should be plenty because it does not really weigh anything. Let's get these wheels together and pop them on real quick. Another thing I'm going to have to do to this, I need to tighten that up. It spins too freely in the rear. I'm probably going to end up just sticking earplugs in here. I believe the gearing is plastic, and I don't really see... I really can't see myself sticking a metal locker inside a plastic, inside with plastic gears. When I build this one, I'll stick a metal locker in here, but for this one, I'm just going to stick earplugs. Keep it cheap. Now with these Dumont tires, these are the 2.8s. You get 3 different hub sizes that you can choose from to determine your offset on this, or on any cart that you decide to use them on. But I'm probably going to use the largest offsets. Let me see. Trying to figure out which offset I want to use, so I'm not even going to put any screws in them at first. I just want to do a little dry fit here. Oh wow, the larger hub actually uses a different size hex, so I have to use the medium. So let's see how that works out on this. I'm going to use the smallest hub. It actually gives it enough clearance and it keeps the tires tucked in nicely. So I am going to go with the smallest hub and let's see what happens. Hubs are mounted. Let's get these installed. Now you have to pay attention to the direction. You want these to scoop up the sand. So even though they would look cooler like this, they go like this because you want to be able to scoop the sand. And now there's more aggressive tires that I could be putting on here, but I don't think this is that strong of a vehicle to be putting the tires I really would like on here. You can go, you have the sand paws. Sand paws have a larger blade. And also there's a lot of these new 3D printed tires that are out now, which those are extremely grabby. So here's the Dumont 2.8s installed. And you can see there is clearance there. So I think that should be plenty of space. And you got to remember, these tires are probably going to balloon. So they're going to get narrower. So they're not going to hit the body. I think that's actually a perfect fitment. I like that. And it doesn't look ridiculous with the tires between the front and the rear. I think it's a good fitment. And it is actually really close in style with rim too. Between the Proline rim and the stock rim on the truck. So to me, I like the looks of it. Now, I did want to say, this is a brand new truck. And the stupid lights in the rear, they are loose. They need to be hot glued in. They move around. So I'm going to probably go through this, hot glue this, even before I ever even run it. Because their quality control on this body was not too great. And also, another thing about this body, they just could have did, there's so many better versions of this body. This is like a power wagon, it looks like. Very short on detail. But it'll do. I just needed to keep the sand out. So it'll do its job for that. I forgot to give you guys the details on this flat bar that I'm using for the wheelie bar. This is a 1/8 thick flat bar aluminum or flat stock. It is 2 inches wide by 36 long. And the price on this is around 15 bucks. Well, I have trouble finding sand drag wheelie bars, so you have to make them yourself. But a lot of these other wheelie bars that you do buy are very expensive. I've seen wheelie bars go over $100 sometimes, depending on what the heck you're getting them for. So, so for $15, should be able to probably squeeze out about 3 wheelie bars from here if I'm careful. So I have to work on that. All right, now the electronics and making the wheelie bar, I have to do in a different video. I actually not feeling my best today, so just keeping it short. Another thing I wanted to show you guys, I picked up the new Endura Beetle body, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's for the SCX24. This thing, well, it comes with everything you need, but it includes a light bar, which I probably didn't read. I probably just ordered it. But it comes with light bars, your body clips, a bumper, magnets for the body, a cage, and I went with the purple. The purple is almost like a pearl eggplant, which is really, really a good looking little body here. And it does come with some stickers that you can apply to this. But it's a good looking little body. I think it comes in around 30 bucks and it brings everything you need. I just have to pick which SCX24 I want to modify. But it's a good looking little body for around 30 bucks. I really like that purple. It's like a pearl purple. It is a good looking color. Here's the stickers. You get those stickers and you get some sticker headlamps, which I might actually try to get some LEDs in the front. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing for the headlamps on it. But I was going to get the clear and paint it myself, but I'm actually happy I went with the purple. Alright, there you have it. This is going to be one of my fun sand drag cars. This one, it will probably eventually be a sand drag car since that's usually where I run stuff. SC10, DK10, hubs will fit, but still you won't be able to get enough space between the wheel and the tire without having to cut your body. Because since the arms are shorter, you would be forced to cut your body, and I don't want to cut the body. I will probably look for a narrower sand tire to run specifically on this. The stock 33 or 3200 kV motor, whichever comes in here, I'm probably going to keep that in here. I want a taller tire since this is lower to the ground. So I want a taller tire on here with definitely paddle tire, but not as aggressive as this. I think the heaviest things about these will be the batteries. I'll probably run this one on 2S actually with a narrower tire. Alright, so I'll catch you guys next week, and thank you so much for watching. And if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. And if you are subscribed, go ahead and like the video, and that way it'll help the channel grow. And I'll catch you guys next week. Bye.